Good morning, students. We will continue with our business studies class, chapter 1, nature and purpose of business. Today we will be taking two topics. First, characteristics of business, and second, difference between business, profession and employment. The definition we had discussed in the previous video. Today we will discuss the difference between business, profession and employment. First, we will be discussing the characteristics of business. As in the definition we have studied, no, business is an economic activity. It is undertaken to earn some livelihood. It is done on a regular basis, and it is not undertaken due to emotions or empathy. It is undertaken with the objective of earning income. Now, in business, there is a regular sales or exchange of goods and services. Now, most of you may be knowing the meaning of goods. Goods refers to the consumable items like we can say books, pen, pencil, computer, mobile, oil, edible oil, ghee, masala, etc. Okay. Services refers to intangible things. No, goods are tangible, services are intangible. Services example are mobile services, okay, DTH service is there, banking service is there, transportation service is there, warehousing, insurance, all these services. Okay, so there is a regular sale or exchange of goods and services in business. Now there will be production and procurement of goods and services. Okay, procurement means the businessman is buying goods from one business entity and selling it to consumer or another business entity. Production, raw material is used to convert it into some finished goods, usable goods, which may be sold to consumers or to another business. Dealing in goods and services on regular basis. Okay, now this point is very important, regular basis. The to qualify any economic activity or any activity to qualify as business should be done on a regular basis. Okay, one or two transactions will not be considered as business. Okay, so one of the characteristics of business is that the transactions, events, financial events should be done on a regular basis. And these transactions or dealings should be done with the objective of earning profit. Without the objective of earning profit, or without earning profit, the business cannot survive for a very long period of time. If the business is suffering loss continuously, then the capital will get eroded and the businessman will find it difficult to continue the business. Okay, for the survival of business, growth of business, profit is very important. Uncertainty of return. When a businessman enters into a particular business, he is not certain how much profit he is going to earn. There is a possibility that he may even suffer loss. An element of risk. In business, risk element is there. Risk refers to the uncertainty of events. Okay, it may be natural or it may be man-made. Like a strike is there, it may result in loss in the business, production will be stopped. Okay, in the same manner, if flood is there or heavy rains are there, or no rain is there, then also business may suffer loss. So uncertainty of future events leads to the element of risk, because of which the business may suffer loss, may not earn proper profit, and it may also result in loss. Now we will discuss all these points in detail. First one, economic activity. Business is considered to be an economic activity because it is undertaken with the objective of earning money for the businessman. Next, production and procurement of goods and services. Goods means consumable items, ghee, furniture, machinery. Okay, machinery is a capital goods. It is procured by another business for production purpose. Consumable items like we can say Maggi, Colgate, toothpaste is there, no? Pen, pencil is there. So all these goods are consumed. In the same manner, services are also provided by businesses to earn profit. Services can be like insurance services there, warehousing, transportation. Sale or exchange of goods and services. Now, if goods are produced or purchased for self consumption, then it will not be considered as business. It has to be sold to someone else. Okay, there should be exchange of goods or services between the seller and the buyer on a regular basis. Then only it will qualify as business. Okay, as discussed, dealing in goods and services on a regular basis. Okay, if it is not done on a regular basis, then it will not be a business. Like no last line, one single transaction of sales or purchase therefore does not constitute business. It should be done on a regular basis. Profit earning. For the survival of business, for the growth of business, profit is essential. If profit is not there, then no one will be ready to invest in business. Okay, if the businessman wants to grow his business, profit is necessary so that he can attract more capital. Okay, and for his own survival, no, his livelihood depends upon the success of business, and profit is the criteria to measure the success of business. Okay, uncertainty of return. Okay, in business, risk element is there and uncertainty is there. There is no surety in business. In employment, there is a certainty that at the end of a particular period you will get a salary of this much amount. In bank, if you are putting money as fixed deposit or recurring deposit, there is a certainty that you will get interest, a particular interest. So this depositing money in bank is not considered as business. If you are working under some other person or company, then it is not considered as business because there is no uncertainty of return. No? Uncertainty of return refers to the lack of knowledge relating to the amount of money that the business is going to earn, okay, in a given period. Okay, element of risk. Now, what is risk? Risk is the uncertainty of profit or loss, how much profit the business is going to earn or how much loss it may suffer. Okay, so there may be many favorable or unfavorable conditions due to which risk is there. Government may change the policy. Earlier it was a very favorable policy, now it is not very favorable, so there is a possibility of loss. Okay, but however how hard the business tries, it is not possible to eliminate the risk. Okay, in business there is always presence of risk. You can reduce the risk by taking insurance or taking precautionary steps, but you cannot eliminate the risk. Now see the comparison between profession, business and employment. The first point is mode of establishment, how the business will be established. So entrepreneur's decision and other legal formalities are necessary. Okay, the entrepreneur, the businessman will decide to start the business, and if he wants to start a sole proprietorship business, it is easy. But in case of joint stock company, lot of formalities are there. Okay, in profession, membership is of a professional body, and if you pass the examination of those apex bodies, governing bodies, then you will get a certificate of practice. Like chartered accountant, to become a CA, you have to pass the examination of the ICAI. they will give you the certificate of practice and you can start practicing as CA. In employment, your employer will give you appointment letter and you can start your job. Nature of work, like in business, it is production and procurement of goods, selling of goods on a regular basis. In profession, you are providing services, expert services, like doctor is giving consultancy, CA is giving consultancy, a lawyer, advocate is giving legal advice. Okay. In employment, depending upon the employment, terms and conditions of appointment, you have to do the work. Okay. Qualification, in business there is no minimum qualification. In profession it is discussed, you have to pass the examination of the governing body, okay, in that specific field. And in employment, depending upon the work, qualification is required. Okay, sometimes the employers provide you training also. Reward, in case of business, profit is there. In case of profession, fee is there. And in case of employment, salary is provided. Capital investment, in business you have to invest money depending upon the scale of business, okay, nature of business. In profession, to set up office, you may have to invest a limited capital, but in employment, no capital investment is required. Risk, again, in business there is risk element is there. In profession, little bit of risk is there, but you can't say that it is risky. It is uncertainty of receipt of fee and all. In salary, there is no such risk. Transfer of interest, in business you can sell the business, the ownership can be transferred. In profession and employment, you cannot do that. Okay, you cannot sell your certificate of CA to someone else. Okay. In employment also, in place of one person, that employed person cannot ask someone else to work for him. Okay. Then code of conduct, in case of business there is no code of conduct. In profession, there is always a presence of code of conduct according to which the professional has to do or provide services. And in employment, it depends upon the employer, okay, who may have the company may have laid down certain rules and regulations of employment that the person has to follow.